Hi, my name is Andre Santos, and today I'll be talking to you about covalent bonds. Now, a covalent bond is a bond that results from the sharing of electron pairs between two atoms. These covalent bonds are typically formed with nonmetals. In a purely covalent bond, the shared electrons are owned equally by the two bonded atoms. Imagine this as two atoms sharing the pair of electrons. Both atoms own the pair of electrons. For example, in a chlorine-chlorine bond, instead of one chlorine atom giving its electron to the other, each chlorine will share one of its electrons to form a covalent bond. This gives both of the atoms a total of 8 valence electrons. When bonding between two atoms, it is very rare to find a purely ionic or purely covalent bond, and this is because it usually falls somewhere in between the two, depending on how strongly the atoms of each element attracts electrons. Electronegativity is the measure of an atom's ability to attract electrons. Now you can estimate what the bond is between the two elements by calculating the difference in the element's electronegativity. Bonding between two atoms with an electronegativity difference of 1.7 or less has an ionic characteristic of 50% or less. These compounds are classified as covalent. A nonpolar covalent bond is a covalent bond in which the bonding electrons are shared equally by the bonded atoms, causing a balanced distribution of electrical charge. Bonds having a 0% to 5% ionic characteristic are generally considered nonpolar covalent bonds. On the other hand, a polar covalent bond is a bond in which the bonded atoms have an unequal attraction for shared electrons. Covalent bonds 5% to 50% are generally considered polar covalent bonds.
Hi, my name is Chase Snyder. Our topic is covalent versus ionic versus metallic bonding. I researched what an ionic bond is. An ionic bond is formed when charged ions of a nonmetal and a metal attract. One loses one or more of its electrons and gives it to another molecule. For example, sodium plus chlorine equals sodium chloride. Ionic bonds and covalent bonds differ in their structure and properties. An ionic bond has no definite shape, whereas a covalent bond has a definite shape. The difference between a metallic bond and an ionic bond is the unique properties of its metals. When it comes to the position of an ionic bond, all of the ionic bonds on the periodic table, they are mainly located where the noble gases are.
Hi, my name is Nathan Mendez. My topic is metallic bonds. A metallic bond is a chemical bond in which electrons are shared over many nuclei and electronic conductions occur. These bonds are associated with most metals in the periodic table. Metallic bonding is a nonpolar bond and is responsible for physical properties of a metal such as strength, thermal and electrical conductivity, optic, and luster. The only similarity a metallic bond has with a covalent bond is that both of them are nonpolar, but metallic bonds and ionic bonds do not have anything in common.